2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Our game tonight featuring the Cleveland Cavaliers as they go up against the Boston Celtics. Taking a look at the Celtics, they've been looking forward to this game and have to be anxious to tip it off. They've been pretty tight-lipped about the game plan coming in, but very soon we'll find out what approach they're going to take. Tyronn Lue went from being an assistant coach in Cleveland to interim head coach, and now the head coach with an NBA title. Talk about the job he's done for the Cavs.
You know, his players love him. They fight for him. He played for me, so I know he's a great basketball mind, and I think that's the best compliment you can give a coach.
He played for you?
Yeah, he played for me.
He played for you? You coached him?
Nope, but it was my team.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well,
it must have been a joy to coach.
Must have been a joy to coach, man. First time coach, man, leading his team to rings, you've got to be impressed. Well, the other thing that you're impressed is how much guys play for him, not just that he played for guys.
Oh, you know, that's so deep. I'm going to need to take about a half or 3/4 just to digest it. Here's Kevin Harlan.
You really down to pay the cost. I never want to waste your time. My life, so precious. It's yours, it's mine. And look at the time. My God, so precious. It's yours, it's mine.
Cavaliers have an Eastern Conference contest on their hands as they prepare to defend their home court here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, David Aldridge, and let's go straight over to David Aldridge for a report before the tip-off. Hey, Dave.
Well, guys, LeBron James gives Coach Tyronn Lue credit for his even keel. James says that Lue is the same way no matter the point in the game. He's always saying, okay, let's move on to the next possession. Now, Lue says, I think it's just being poised and being positive. That's the best approach. It carries over to your team, and it gives them confidence. Kevin?
Thanks, David. That philosophy is what helped win Cleveland a title back in 2016. Always positive, always thinking ahead. And a couple of big-time pivots going head-to-head tonight. Doris, looking at the NBA right now, how has that center position evolved on both ends of the floor?
Well, it seems to me that increasingly, unless you're a shot maker from the perimeter, you can't find time on an NBA floor. So certainly they've become more perimeter-oriented. The ability to at least make a mid-range jump shot helps the spacing on the floor. And then obviously on the defensive end, Kevin, the more valuable you are is based on can you switch and pick and roll situations, guard a variety of positions, say 3, 4, 5, and if necessary in an absolute pickle, can you stay with a guard if you've got to switch a pick and roll between a big and a small.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Tatum out there with Brown. Then there's Smart. Then there's Irving. And it's Horford in at the 5 roaming the paint.
Boy, you think about the virtuoso ball handlers in NBA history, Kyrie Irving has got to rank at the top of that list. You know, his ability to dissect defenders, get into the lane, that is the foundation of his offensive game.
It's good.
That guy's not sure how many big men could have found that open man that quick. Great play from Kevin Love there.
Now here's Tatum. Over in the corner, Brown. Good D by Thompson.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
LeBron, no good.
You could tell he assumed he'd be able to beat the defensive coverage even though it was all over.
You know, two things happened there. Excellent coverage on the shot, and then finish the possession securing the boards.
Outside Hood. It's back to Hill. Over Tatum. And again, LeBron missing.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Celtics lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. What do you guys think about the Celtics here in this one?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the...
Smith is the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Larry Nance out there with Kevin Love, and it's Clarkson in at the 1. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Smith kicks to Nance. Love with the screen on Irving. The shot by Clarkson, no good.
Just a little hesitation on that release, right? His timing looked a bit off.
Offensive rebound, back to Brown. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, how about Jaylen Brown showing us his touchdown low? Skilled at getting high percentage shots in the paint.
That's a pick by Love. Smith outside. Clarkson with the screen for Smith. Cleveland moving the ball around. Love with the screen on Irving. Clarkson dishes to Love. Back to Clarkson. Love kicks to Clarkson. Over Irving. No good that time.
Boy, just enough defensive attention to throw that shot off target.
And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. It's the Celtics. They lead by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Tyronn, what problems are you seeing out there?
Just be able to make shots. We just got to relax. We just got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. This is the halftime show on 2K Sports. Boston found themselves in a close game in the first. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
They were simply the better team on the offensive end. Every time the defense made an adjustment, they would make an adjustment on offense. Winning that little cat and mouse game, they'll be difficult to beat.
Shaq, how do you think Cleveland played?
Well, they spent a lot of time away from the basket offensively. They need to get in the paint, Ernie. Whether it's running the offense through the low post or on dribble drives, pick and rolls, get into the paint.
And that's all we can do for now. As the second half begins, we get you back to Kevin Harlan.
As we return to look at the corner of Euclid and East 6th in downtown Cleveland, just a few blocks from our spot here at Quicken Loans Arena. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. Here's Hill, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the floor for Boston, we've got Tatum. Smart is out there with Irving. Then there's Brown, and it's Horford in at the center position. James, and it comes off the front of the rim.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Tatum with it, working on James. A nice shot by Tatum. Tatum's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Celtics. Hill against Irving, and stolen by Irving. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, this is what makes Kyrie such a difficult check, right? He's so skilled at drawing fouls because he's so crafty with the ball and so fast.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
And over the course of last year, he was up over 90%. And with a stroke like that, you see why.
Gentlemen, proof shot. Proof shot.
Free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
It's such a luxury to have Kyrie shoot it like this from the free throw line because the ball is in his hands so often.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
Well, a very productive trip to the line that time, and they're sitting on a nice lead now.
Now here's Hood. He's guarded closely. Thompson, a screen on Irving. Just 3 on the clock. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Well, that's outstanding execution, Greg. You always want to get the last shot of the quarter, which is precisely what they did there.
And we've reached the end of the third. Celtic. All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On offense, here are the Celtics. Leading by 5. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Hood. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then it's Thompson, and it's Nance in at the 4. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Brown wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
It feels like that one could be the dagger. Not enough time to completely erase this deficit.
Well, Greg, it's going to be tough, that's for sure. A shot like that has to devastate the other team.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They're behind by 8. 43 seconds left in the fourth. A different look now for Cleveland. Kevin Love comes in for Nance, and LeBron subbed in for Kyle Korver. And a change for the Celtics. Monroe's checked in for Brown. Hood with it, guarded now by Irving. Shots good by Clarkson.
I really admire the presence of mind from Rodney Hood. He's terrific at realizing when one of his teammates is wide open.
So it's Boston now. 6-point game. Irving passes to Tatum. And again, Boston with the triple.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
I think that's exactly the mentality you have to have. You don't want to give this team any hope of coming back.
Hood kicks to James. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Hood dishes to LeBron. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Irving with the ball. Pass to Tatum. There's the dish to Horford. Monroe in the corner. Back to Horford. Stolen by Thompson. And the miss. And so it's the Boston Celtics with the W. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. Kyrie, big numbers for you tonight, and I always wonder what it's like to be in a zone like that offensively.
Feels amazing. More importantly, we got the win, and I couldn't have done it without my teammates. They did a heck of a job of competing every single minute of this game. It took everybody's effort from our bench. It took a 15-man effort, and I'm glad we got the win.
15 men, but 1 man was the difference. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.